Give a swift thumbs up when I swing like a pair of nunchucks. The aviator is dead now, explore. Tighter than the grip that you keep around yours.
You must be some kind of jerk.
They call me Cloudy October. I'm a researcher and a hip-hop artist based in Portland, Oregon, in the United States of America, North America, the planet Earth, in the local group in the Virgo supercluster. I think that's what it's called, where we're located. My artistry as a writer is not even like a writer. More so, I'm like a sculptor. Like I take something and like I can take something and just chip away at it until like I make it mine, and then you'll see it and have an emotional reaction to it. In the last 6 years since I moved to Portland, I've been super heavy into just studying. Like mostly what I do is just read and watch documentaries and meet with people of different disciplines and pick their brains and allow them to pick mine and compare facts, and when there are facts to be compared. Even though I make research-based hip-hop and I aim to educate, first and foremost, like anything else, it's a selfish thing. I do it because it feels good. Like, if it didn't feel good, I wouldn't do it. Like, oh, I do it for the love. Like, yeah, love is cool, but like, I do it because the shit feels good, first and foremost, and then the other things are like secondary for sure, because rhyming is just fun. Like, making a beat is fun. I've never been homeless, but I always kind of feel like if people consider America their home, I was born in America, but it's never felt like home for several reasons. When a person treats me unfairly because of my color of my skin, it's like I know where that person's coming from, and I have prejudice too that I also can relate that to and just be like, well, this is what that person was taught. So to be mad at that individual for mistreating me when we are taught all these lies it's worth reviewing without like jumping the gun on like, oh shit, you know, like I'm so sad and whatever else. Like right now, we live in a culture of materialism, so most of the people, no matter what color they are, they have a certain level of like, I'm getting money. And especially if you are in the lower hierarchy in the social ladder. So like these black folks that are rhyming, like their main focus is like, I got money, even if they don't even have it yet, you know. Then they have a song about like, if most likely they're claiming to be heterosexual, so they'll have like songs about like women, and these are obviously for the male rappers, and then they have their political song. Whereas for me, if I do those songs, like if I do a song about like a relationships, I'm usually like watching TED Talks about anthropology, so I can like understand the male and female brain just a little bit. Like I'm not trying to like make a big fuss over it, but I want to have like some perspective involved that's gonna be more unique than my contemporary or competition, you know. So the hip hop that I make is research based because I'm a person who likes to substantiate his claims. My mind is always available to be changed. Like right now, instead of having to wait on a report from the oppressor who runs all the media, you can be on the YouTube channel of the oppressed. 50 years ago, the cops would most likely be more violent, but they're being filmed by everyone. And not only are they being filmed, but it can be published in a matter, like as it's instantaneously. It's like, that's incredible. If you're gonna have like a just system where all the humans have their rights and they're like not hungry and not diseased, it's gonna have to be a complete overhaul in the system to really work efficiently. But being that the history shows that most systems stay in place until shit hits the fan, like our system right now isn't going anywhere because people really believe that like the kind of capitalism that's being used is the only system that can be used. You are now in the ballroom, which also could change because I don't know if you can see there's a giant ball kind of up there, because I've been living in an apartment the size of a dorm room for 6 years, so now I got like various rooms, and this is pretty much where I'm gonna keep this empty, and the only thing that should be occupied here is the clothes and the records. You can see these, I guess 2,000, 1,700 plus records standing right behind me. You know, who do we have here? Yeah, like one cat that I'm heavily into is a rapper named Edon, and he's produced a couple albums, and he's a producer, DJ, and rapper. And then you got like EPMD, crossover. This must be a single. Like these dudes, man, I'm pretty sure they're from, I want to say they're from Long Island, but I could be incorrect. But these cats here, like, again, are a group of dudes that I grew up on, to where like I don't really have to refer to listening to them to conjure how they would place their words, but it does help to go back and listen and to see what's going on and make sure I keep in touch with like where this all came from. And these cats are like third generation hip hop, so this isn't really old school technically, but it is to some people. As you know, man, pop music is always changing. In the next 7 years, it'll be something else, you know. Like dubstep seemed to be that thing where it was going, but it's already kind of like that. But it doesn't seem to be a complete dubstep takeover either. It seems to be like, I don't know what you call this, just like heavy. Months and months back, I released from a label in Chicago called Fieldwork. We released a record called The Metal Jerk, which is my, I guess that's a sophomore to second record that I put out. So yeah, that's out and available at fieldwork.com and cloudyoctober.com. We have a show in Bend coming up that's supposedly the record's doing kind of decent in Bend, so we're headlining a show in December, which this might obviously be past December when you watch this, but we got this video coming out. We shot it like in the first week of October, and a lot of great people were on board, and like I'm very excited to put that video out and raise awareness about the album and about my brand and myself and my colleagues. So yeah, thanks, man. J.A.M. House Media. J.A.M. House Media.